Don't forget, God is still in charge.
That's right. That's right.
Everything down here is under God's providential care. It will keep doing what the Lord tells it to do. And he don't have to tell it every day. It automatically know. Sun, y'all see it shining. God didn't have to say sun shining today. It already knew it because of God's providence. Keep things going the way that they are going. So when we look at this lesson, what do we get out of this lesson? And look at the liberating lesson from the precept book, and we're going to be closing here in a second or two. We look at the liberating lesson and the application for activation. In the liberating lesson, it says many leading blacks studies, thinkers discuss the forced transportation of African bodies around the globe as the diaspora. That's the scattered people. That's all they're saying. This term originally applied to the people of Judah in passages like our focus. Now it has been appropriated to think about the experience of the Africans around the world that correlates to the experiences of the people of Judah. Bodies were forcibly removed by imperial power. Their power tempted them to destroy the culture of the people whom they stole. But that's what was going on. Is that the stolen people had to create a new identity in space where people actively despise them. Right here in the United States, God reaffirms his unending love for those who were forced into slavery. God reminds them that their name is not what their oppressors called them. Their land is not barren like the oppressors called it. Their culture is not savage like the oppressors labeled it. Rather, they are beloved, and they are the ones in whom God takes delight. To God, the wretched of the earth, the dispossessed, and people who are black or beautiful in the sight of the Lord, black lives do matter. Their name is delightful. We're talking about black lives don't matter. Black lives in every life matter when it comes to the Lord. He don't look at no colors.
Amen.
He look at the blood of Jesus. Application for activation. Often it is easy to become cynical when we look at the affairs of the world. As African Americans, it is difficult to observe the progress that we have made without becoming discouraged by looking at how far we have to go. However, we are not called to solve all the problems that face our community and our world. Don't try to solve everything. We are called to fall in love with justice like God. By falling in love with justice, we are to keep one eye on the big picture while focusing our other eye on the ways that we can remind individuals and communities that they are not forsaken by God.
Amen. Amen.
We may not be able to change all the educational inequalities, but we can mentor one student who feels forgotten. We may not be able to undo mass incarceration, but we can vote and rally around people who prioritize prisons diversement and critical rethinking of incarceration. We may not be able to transform corrupt capitalism, but we can be fair to those whom we employ and be generous to serve us. We may not be able to transform the perception of African Americans in the United States, but we can prevent ourselves from internalizing toxic images. Even though living in the diaspora can make us feel naked, God clothed his people with luxurious garments of justice and salvation. Biggest thing that we need. I don't know what you think you need. The biggest thing that we need is justice and salvation. Hold on to God's promise. Hold on to God's protection. And watch God's promotion. Whenever he promotes you, everyone's going to recognize what he did. Even your enemies will recognize what God have done. Thank God for a lesson on God's promise. He promised a just kingdom. You want to see that kingdom? Go to Revelations 19 chapter through chapters 22. And you will get a glimpse at a justice-loving God. You will get a glimpse at a God who is full of justice. So don't be discouraged during this particular time.
Amen.
I know people are discouraged and thinking that God don't care and thinking that God is neglecting your prayers and all of that type of thing. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. God is still in charge.
Yes, he
And
is.
God is still a God that hears, and He also answers our prayers.
Yes, he does.
We have to hold on to that new day. What the songwriter says, hold to His hand.
Yes.
God's unchanging hand. Build your hopes on things eternal. But hold to God's unchanging hand. That's all we're able to do
That's
in this unjust world that we're living in. Don't expect justice down here.
That's right.
Don't expect people to treat you right down here. Huh?
That's right.
Don't expect for people to do you right while you're down here.
That's right.
Some things will never happen while you're down here.
That's right.
It'll only happen when Jesus Christ comes back and establishes His kingdom right here. Then the lions can lay down with the lambs. Huh? But He's giving us a warning. Be ready when He comes back. I pray we'll all be ready. I pray we'll all be ready. Pray we'll get our business straight so we can all celebrate. I pray we'll all be ready for His return. May God bless you and may God keep you is our prayer. We've discussed the National Sunday School lesson coming up for this Sunday, April the 26th, 2020. Please take something to your class. Don't expect to get everything out, but take something to put in. Continue to read your Sunday school lessons and apply your Sunday school lessons the best you can to your life. And make sure without the shadow of a doubt that your name be found written in the Lamb's Book of Life. May God keep you and may God bless you is our prayer. Until next Thursday, may God be with you until we meet again. Amen.
Amen.